Imagine stumbling upon a shocking family secret that drives a devoted preacher to commit an unthinkable act against his own father in a moment of explosive anger. A deep betrayal shatters his core beliefs, and in an instant, a lifetime of trust disintegrates. This is the story of a man for whom faith and family were foundational, until a harrowing truth turned his life inside out. Before we delve deeper into this spine-chilling narrative, don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime stories from the deepest shadows of human nature. Pastor Gabriel Carter, 42, was a pillar of his Georgia community, celebrated for his impassioned sermons on faith, morality, and the sanctity of family. His ministry attracted hundreds, drawing followers who viewed him as a beacon of righteousness. Gabriel's unwavering commitment to his church and his family won him admiration far and wide, embodying the virtues he so fervently preached. At his side was Naomi Carter, 38, his wife, whose grace and composure perfectly complement her husband's dynamic presence. She skillfully balanced her duties as a preacher's wife and mother to their 5 children: Sarah, 16, Gabriel Jr., 14, Ethan, 12, Lucy, 9, and Isaiah, 6. Naomi's continuous presence in the community, leading Sunday school, orchestrating charity events, and bolstering her husband's ministry efforts, cemented their image as a family blessed by faith, an exemplary model for others to aspire to. The cornerstone of their spiritual and family life was Deacon Thomas Carter, Gabriel's father. At 65 years old, Thomas was a respected elder within the church community, having served with devotion as a deacon for decades. His profound impact on Gabriel's upbringing was evident. He had instilled a deep reverence for the divine, a commitment to familial bonds, and an unshakable adherence to Scripture. Gabriel often praised his father during sermons, citing him as the rock upon which their family was built. The Carter household was always bustling. Sarah, the eldest, was introspective and driven, frequently assisting with the church's youth programs. Gabriel Jr. was more reserved but keenly observant, always ready to help during church services. Ethan exuded a curious and playful spirit. Lucy was known for her empathy and eagerness to please. And young Isaiah, the light of the family, was doted on by everyone, blissfully unaware of life's complexities. Family gatherings, particularly Sunday dinners at Thomas's house, were sacred. These meals typically began with scripture readings and heartfelt prayers led by Thomas, followed by lively discussions about church affairs and community outreach. For Gabriel, these moments were a source of immense pride and joy, emblematic of the tight-knit bond that united the Carter family and their collective dedication to their faith. One such evening, the atmosphere was light and joyful, a rare moment of complete familial harmony. It was then that Sarah, excited about a school genealogy project, proposed that the family take DNA tests to explore their ancestry and possibly uncover distant relatives. Her suggestion was met with enthusiasm from her siblings, who playfully speculated about royal lineages and mysterious familial origins. Gabriel, always supportive of educational endeavors, saw this as a perfect family activity. However, Naomi's reaction was tepid. Her smile faltered, and her hand trembled slightly as she reached for her glass. She voiced concerns about the accuracy and invasiveness of such tests. A quick glance at Thomas, who sat expressionless at the head of the table, hinted at an unspoken tension. Despite Naomi's reservations, Gabriel dismissed her concerns, emphasizing the fun and educational value of the project. Weeks later, the family gathered around their home computer, buzzing with anticipation as they logged into the DNA Service website to view their results. The initial findings were fascinating, detailing ancestral origins and connecting them to distant relatives. However, as Gabriel scrolled through the results, a glaring inconsistency caught his eye. The data revealed that he was not biologically related to any of the children. Laughing it off as a mistake, he assured everyone that it was likely just a mix-up at the lab. Naomi's reaction was one of stark fear. Her body tensed and her eyes darted anxiously. Thomas remained stoically silent, his expression unreadable. Gabriel, determined to clear up the confusion, contacted the DNA Service to report the error. But the company's reply was devastating. After triple checking, they confirmed the results were accurate. The children's biological father was another close relative whose DNA had also been submitted. The implications of this revelation were catastrophic. Gabriel's world, built on the foundations of faith and family, began to crumble. He demanded a re-examination, but the results remained unchanged. His father, Thomas, was the only possible biological match for the children. Faced with this unfathomable truth, the evening spiraled into chaos. Naomi, cornered by the irrefutable evidence, broke down and confessed. Early in their marriage, she had been coerced into a relationship with Thomas, whose authoritative influence left her feeling powerless. The affair had continued for years, resulting in the birth of all 5 children. The revelation shattered Gabriel. The man he had revered as a moral guide, the father he idolized, was at the center of the deepest betrayal conceivable. His trust obliterated, Gabriel was thrust into a tumultuous storm of emotion. Grief, rage, and a profound sense of betrayal dominated his thoughts. As the story unfolds, the gravity of Gabriel's response to this betrayal becomes a focal point of intense scrutiny and moral questioning. What follows is a harrowing journey through the darkest corridors of human emotions, challenging the very beliefs that had defined him. After discovering the devastating truth that his father, Thomas, was the biological father of all his children, a result of a coerced relationship with his wife, Naomi, Gabriel was consumed by shock and rage. In a tragic culmination of his emotional turmoil, he confronted Thomas, who had been a revered figure in his life. Overwhelmed by betrayal and hurt, Gabriel's confrontation escalated into violence. In a moment of profound anger and pain, he inflicted fatal injuries upon Thomas, a drastic and irreversible action that resulted in Thomas's death. This marked a dark turning point in Gabriel's life, reflecting the extreme and destructive impact of the secrets and betrayals that had come to light. Gabriel's actions not only ended his father's life, but also shattered the moral foundations he had preached and upheld, leaving him to grapple with the irreversible consequences of his grievous response. Following this violent outburst, Gabriel's life spiraled into chaos. As he grappled with the reality of his actions, the community he had built his life around turned away, horrified by the brutality of the crime against his own father. Gabriel found himself isolated, not only from his congregation, but from his family as well. His children, now aware of the complicated and painful truth about their lineage, struggled with their own feelings of betrayal and confusion. This familial and community fracture left Gabriel alone to face the legal consequences of his actions, which culminated in a trial that would decide his fate, spotlighting the tragic collapse of a family once held together by faith and love. One might ponder whether Gabriel's drastic response was justified, despite the profound betrayals committed by his father. Was there truly no other way to address the deep wounds inflicted, or did the extreme nature of the deception warrant such a tragic end? This question invites us to explore the complex interplay between justice, forgiveness, and retribution in the face of unfathomable personal betrayal. This tale serves as a stark reminder of the devastating impact that secrets and lies can have on the fabric of family and faith. It prompts us to reflect on the limits of forgiveness and the potential for darkness within us all when faced with unimaginable betrayal. If this story has left you pondering the complex interplay of morality, justice, and retribution, don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into true crime and the human condition.